So we have a couple minutes left, and
Yeah.
so happy to answer some questions before we wrap up. We have one that's come in around, I guess kind of the flip side is, companies might want these individuals, but the question is, why would entrepreneurial talent really want to go into the corporate environment, given all the issues you've raised previously, where their jobs might be very broad in a startup firm, and now, they get pigeonholed in a corporate environment. So what is it? What are the attractions, I guess, that
Yeah.
established companies might be able to play on to really attract this talent?
Yeah, and so we know this is a tension because people who've been patiently climbing the ladder in a corporation hate to have these young upstarts get kind of parachuted in over and above them. But that is what's attractive, is to be able to, corporations are able to realize dreams much more quickly. They have the scale, they have the resources, they have the capital, they have the channels. Right? If you are an entrepreneur and you get acquired, sometimes when that's successful, it is because the promise of what the corporation can offer is so, it's just worth it. Now, another problem is that some people are selling their company just to cash out, and they don't actually care that the company, that the product sees the light of day. And so really understanding what it is you're buying and whether you want or need the entrepreneur is one question, or one thing to figure out. I think that we have overemphasized the equity upside. And again, the stories of people who have been part of successful startups and have more money than they possibly know what to do with, those many of those people are still working, right? Why do we work? We work because we want to accomplish something. We want to do something. And so I think we, HR people as a profession, but also just society, we've underemphasized the importance of just doing something real, doing something important, contributing, not for the money, right? And some of the entrepreneurial talent you want, they don't need to do it for the money. And so what is the opportunity? What's the contribution? What's the difference you can make in the world? I know that that's an important motivator. I think, again, I want to go back to the first point, is that we want to be clearer about who we want and why we want them, right? Why would you want to take someone who's truly an entrepreneur? Maybe you don't, but maybe what you want is somebody who's oriented towards joining an entrepreneurial firm, and you can persuade them that you can realize your entrepreneurial aspirations within a broader corporate environment. This sometimes means the corporations have to set aside these units and give them, right? What do these joiners want? They want basically the same thing entrepreneurs want. They want some autonomy, they want some flexibility, they want some growth opportunities. They're interested in the risk and the excitement and the upside, and not the bureaucratic red tape. Some companies are able to do that. They're able to set aside business units and kind of let them be standalone and nurture them and stand them up. And so, you don't have to swallow up your entrepreneurial units and homogenize them and smother them in the red tape.